Hi guys, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone out there in YouTube who has watched my videos, who has left comments, who supported my channel, and who have given me suggestions and feedback on how to improve myself. This is just my way of saying thank you for all your support. I could not have done this without everyone watching and being tuned into my channel and kind of liking what they see when they're watching my videos. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made it this far. So this video is just to say thank you to everyone out there and YouTube. Thank you for supporting me. I know this sounds corny, but I'm a corny person, so what can I say? But I just wanted to say thank you to you guys out there for watching my channels and showing me support. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that red button. Make sure you hit that notification bell and always leave comments. I like to hear the comments and read them and respond back to them. I try to respond back to them within 48 hours. So if I haven't responded back, trust me, I will respond back soon. But again, thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Have a great day. Okay, guys, I have already started dragging my toothpick through my resin pour. I actually started before I hit the record button. But what I've done is poured layers of black resin and white resin in a straight line. I've let it sit for about 25 to 30 minutes. You can let it sit in your cup. If you pour it on the mat, it may spread a little bit. So I kept it in my cup for about 30 minutes and let it kind of stiffen up a little bit. And then I poured it on my surface. And when you do that, you can create different designs with this. And so what I'm doing is swirling through my resin and just creating different designs with the toothpick. You can use any sharp tool. You want the lines to be a little bit more defined, so a toothpick works very well. Or you can use a needle or a pen. A needle leaves a lot more finer swirls. I like the toothpick because they're a little bit more defined. So what I'm doing is just kind of going through my resin and just kind of creating different designs. You just kind of play around with it until you can come up with something that you like. So right now I'll just continue to finish kind of swirling through my design. And also while I'm doing this, guys, make sure you're hitting that notification bell. So when I do upload another video, you guys will get a notification and hopefully you'll watch that one and like that one as well. So just make sure that you're hitting that notification bell, leaving a comment, and hopefully you're already subscribed to my channel. If you're not, then make sure you hit that red subscribe button as well. And I'm just continuing to create designs. I like that design, so I'm going to stick with that one. And what I've done is let it sit for for 12 hours. Um, it's set for 12 hours. It takes about a complete 24 hours to cure, but I let it sit for 12 hours. You don't want to let it go longer than 12 hours because it'll start to stiffen up too much and it'll be difficult for you to cut. So right now, it's been sitting for 12 hours, and as you can see, it's very bendable and it's very pliable. You can work with it, and it won't leave any prints. After 12 hours, you can do as much as you want with it, rub it, touch it. It won't leave any fingerprints. So I'm just going to continue to take it off my silicone mat. Silicone mat will work well doing this. Wax paper, plastic, parchment paper, anything that you know it won't stick to, you can pour resin on top of that surface and let it sit for 12 hours. So right now I am just doing a dry fit on my wrist and just kind of getting a feel for how I want the design. And I'm going to use this jumbo size toothpick, popsicle stick. Um, I got this from, I think, Hobby Lobby. You can get it from Hobby Lobby. I've gotten them from Walmart. The dollar store carries them. The dollar store is always out of the jumbo size. So I think I may have had to go to either Hobby Lobby or Walmart to get these. The dollar store carry the smaller sticks, but I needed the larger ones. I use it for mixing and also for a guide to decide how wide I want my pieces to go. So right now I'm just going to continue to cut the pointy edges that are sticking out. And I'm just speeding this up just to save time. And right now I've cut my pieces and I am just sort of putting it around a container, a oval shaped container that kind of mimics the shape and curve of my wrist. And I continue to cut this one as well. So this last piece, instead of sort of making a bracelet, I decided to make a pendant out of it. So I'm just going to cut a design that I think would be pretty. I think a teardrop, an oversized teardrop would be cute. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And I'm just going to tape it to the bottle, and I'm going to let it sit for another additional 12 hours. I've gotten the shape that I want. Now I want it to completely harden before I go on to the next step. So it will be a total of 24 hours. Alrighty, I'll see you in 12 hours. Okay guys, it's been a total of 24 hours. And these are the final pieces. They have hardened. What do you think of the different designs? Hard to believe that that's from resin and a toothpick. And all I'm going to do is use a one of those oversized emery boards and just kind of file the edges, kind of smooth them out. Any sharp pieces or any pieces that feels ragged or jagged, I'm just going to file it out. And that kind of has a curve from the way I cut it with the scissors, and it kind of hardened that way, but it's still fine. What do you guys think so far? Hopefully you guys like what you're seeing. And again, make sure you're leaving a comment and hit that notification bell so when I upload another video, you guys will kind of get first dibs on, what's coming up. I'm just kind of dusting off my surface. I have a mask on. Anytime you're filing or shaving resin, you want to wear a mask. You just don't want to inhale that resin dust. So right now, this is my spring drill, and I am just going to use this to create a hole. You can use a regular drill, but I like my spring drill. I use it for everything. I need to get a new one because I've pretty much just worn that nail bit out. And all I'm going to do is just create my hole. And it takes literally a matter of seconds to create a hole. It goes through resin like butter. And as you can see, I'll do the same for the other side. And then I'm going to go to the next piece and do the same thing. I should have had a marker to kind of make a dot as to, where I want the lines to go. With this one, I kind of didn't even it up properly. One of the lines is below the black area. One of the dots, and then this one on the other side is above the black area. So I didn't realize that until after I made the hole. And then this is my pendant. I kind of already had a pre-drilled hole that I made for that one. And then this is another design I made. And this is sort of another version of a teardrop. You can create all sorts of designs with your resin pour. Whatever you cut out, you can create abstract pieces and, polish them up and, wear them as a necklace or a bracelet, or even wear it as a keychain. You can do a lot with it. So right now I am just kind of smoothing out all my edges. What do you guys think so far? Hopefully you guys are liking what you see. And again, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. So right now I'm going to continue to just drill holes and just kind of dust off my surface as I go along. I should have made this one a little bit more pointed at the top instead of, oval. But well, hindsight. And then this is another piece, very shiny. The silicone mats that I use, one side is shiny and the other side is dull. So when you do a resin pour, if you pour your resin on the dull side, then your piece will come out looking dull. If you pour your resin on the shiny side, then your piece will come out looking shiny. So that's why some of my pieces look shiny. I had the mat on the other side, flipped upside down on the shiny side. And then this little piece, my grandson sort of got a hold of my spring drill and start emulating what I was doing and poking holes in it. So this one, it looks a little beat up. He's kind of went to town on this one. So when I realized what he was doing, it was just too late for me to save it. But I may make a keychain for him and give it to him as a little gift. And then now I am just going to continue to make my holes so I can make the necklaces for my pendants. And my grandson, by the way, his name is Chase. He gets into everything. He's 6 years old. And he'll be starting the first grade this year, so very excited. So right now I am going to attach a clip bell clasp. I get these from Amazon. Um, you can type in clip bell. They're great for necklaces. And you can type in clip bell clasp. The clasp is where you can pull the string or the chain through the top area of the clip bell. And this works really, really well. Rather than use a jump ring on a necklace, you can just kind of open it up, pinch it through the holes, and then clip it. And all I'm going to do is just try to pinch it together, get it in the holes, line them up. I may have opened this too wide, but it's fine. It'll still work. And you just use your pliers and just squeeze them together. And there you go. All it needs is a chain or a necklace cord or a leather chain or a leather rope. I'm going to use a leather rope. I have some chain, but I like the leather rope instead. And I'm just going to do the same thing. Open it up. I didn't really need to open it up that wide, but I just wanted to kind of show it to you on camera since it's so tiny. I do the same thing. Make sure they both meet up and then they clasp together. Clip bell. I kind of missed the hole on this one, so I have to kind of move it around. I don't want to ruin my piece by, making indentations that don't need to be there. Alrighty, guys, what do you think? I should have made this at a point at the top. I'm always the most critical of my work more than anybody else. I should have did that one like this one, made it at a point at the top. But that's fine. I still like the pieces. Hopefully you guys will like them. And I'm going to continue to do the same for all the pieces. Look at that. That's so beautiful. I should have had another one to make earrings out of that instead of a necklace. And these are my bracelets. And instead of a clip bell clasp, I'm going to actually just use a pinch bell for this. Pinch bells are used for necklaces, but I decided I wanted to use it for my bracelet. And all I did was take a piece of paper, wrapped it in tape. I put tape on both sides so the paper wouldn't get ripped or torn. I'm just moving this stuff over. And all I'm doing is just doing a dry fit with a makeshift paper bracelet I made just to measure out. Okay, I think I kind of have the measurement that I want. Should have just tucked it under the board. Hindsight's 2020. And all I'm going to do is just center this so that way when I have my cord go through, my bracelet cord, it'll be centered. And I'm just trying to center it up. And this is my cord. And then this is the pinch bell I'm going to use. I said I normally use pinch bells for necklaces, but I decided to use this for the bracelet. I just didn't want to use a jump ring. I might kind of like the look of this, so I decided to go with it. All is fair when you're dealing with resin. You can manipulate it and make anything out of it. You put anything in it. I've put all sorts of things, and if you watch my videos, and I'm assuming you guys have seen all my videos, you'll see that I've put pretty much anything in resin. Candy, paper, glitter, paint. I mean, you can just pretty much put anything in resin. So all I'm doing is making sure it's still centered. And I'm going to have my cord go through. My leather cord. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. And just making sure everything is centered and seeing where I need to cut. And right now I am going to attach a bead cap. I'm sorry, not a bead cap, a bracelet end cap to the end of this bracelet. And all I'm going to do is kind of hold it with my pliers. Making sure that the both ends are even. And I'm going to attach a little bit of glue. And the reason I'm attaching glue is because I want it to stay secure. I want them to stay together. And so when I clip them together, the glue will be a second layer of protection. And I'm just using Q-tips just to kind of smooth it out. I'm going to put it in the center, and all I'm going to do is clasp it together. Or crimp it together, I guess I should say. And this is a bracelet cap in. As you can see, that's what it looks like once it's clasped together. And I'm going to do the same for the other side and the other pieces. I wound up having to take it off because I needed to shorten the cord. I didn't make it short enough. Just slightly bit too long for my wrist. And now I'm gonna put a lobster clasp on it and the jump ring. And I got that jewelry making kit from Amazon. You can get that from Amazon as well. I order everything from Amazon, pretty much everything. It's easy, convenient, and the prices are very, very reasonable. I order my resin mainly from Amazon as well. And all I'm doing is attaching the Lobster Clasp to the jump ring. And just making sure it's completely attached. And voila, this is how you make a bracelet. So these are the finished pieces. This is the necklace. This is the other necklace I've made. And this is the third one. What do you guys think? I hope you guys are leaving comments. I really hope you like this video. And then these are the bracelets. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in to my channel. And as always, RoseJayCreates. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say on the end. But have a great day, guys.